the audience.
The questions will be coming from the audience.
The audience. Well, I mean, is that okay with you guys?
So what is your part in this?
My part, I do.
I'm just curious. I'm about being smart. Are you answering the questions or am I answering?
I thought we'd switch it up a little bit, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So people might ask you questions.
Maybe if they want to, but I don't think they will.
Do you want them to ask you questions?
Personally, not at the moment. I already had that earlier today, and it was.
With who? You had your own?
What?
You had your own Q&A?
Yeah, for about a half an hour.
Why don't I get in my own Q&A? Why do I have to fucking share my time with you? That doesn't seem fair to me. Right, guys?
Okay, well then we'll limit the questions to only Jason Mewes.
No, I would ask him.
No. Actually, I do have a question of my own though. Okay.
Wait, I want you to go sit over there and ask.
Okay.
Making that noise, horrible noise. Okay, I'm ready for your question. I'm going to stand up too because I don't really like to sit.
Okay.
You don't have to though.
I'll stand too.
Okay.
It's nice. It's good and casual, you know?
I do, I like standing up.
Yeah. Okay. It's not horror related, so feel free to boo me if you want, but I hear you're a big comic book fan.
I am, look at this. I don't know if they can see it, but...
Whoa.
Deadshot. I don't know if you can tell from there who it would be, but it's Deadshot. And then we have Justice League. And Batman. Batman. So yeah, I'm a little into comics, just a little something.
Cool. I hear you're a big Green Arrow fan. No?
That's Kevin.
Okay.
Kevin. He wrote a little. I think he wrote a miniseries, a Green Arrow miniseries. He did, yes. I wasn't sure. I thought it was a miniseries. Was it 6 episodes or something? 6 issues, I mean. So yeah, he did Kevin did a miniseries, and he's into it. I like Green Arrow, but I'm not a huge fan of Green Arrows. But I do have a tattoo of his symbol because he's part of the Justice League. Yeah. So, and then he was gonna. I think Kevin was. I guess they were talking about maybe him being part of the movie. I don't know, but not me so much.
All right. Well, now that I've got
Are
a
you
question,
a Green Arrow fan? That's my question.
Do
you like comics? That's the first question.
Marvel.
Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel. So, you know.
All right.
Yeah. So, but this isn't about me. So let's talk about you. We all know that like Clerks was your first role.
Okay.
Okay. Were you interested in acting at that time?
I was not at all. I was even after that I wasn't interested. I did the movie and I was really nervous. Oh, there's Sweaty Pit. I'm just kidding. I was working at the convenience store on Sundays with Kevin, and I was roofing at the time, and I had no plan on acting. And even after we shot the movie, I still didn't. I went right back to work doing roofing, and it was probably, I don't know, I guess it seemed like it was at least 2 years or so later that before he mentioned that it got picked up and it was going to be shown in some theaters, and we were going to do another movie, which was Mallrats. And then Mallrats, even, I still wasn't really, I wasn't that interested. I wanted to do the movie, but it wasn't until after Mallrats is my point. I guess I can go on and on, but it was after we were shooting Mallrats, and I was up there in Minnesota, and I was in a hotel, and we had a full crew and everything, that I was like, wow, maybe I can actually do this. And I had quit my job at that point, so I was going to be gone for 2-3 months. And that's sort of when I thought I could try. So yeah, no, I wasn't even thinking about it. I didn't even think for a second.
Now, a lot of your stuff in Clerks, was it like ad-libbed, or was it all like written out there, or was you just like be yourself or?
Well, it was it was written, but it was stuff that, the first one was all stuff, Kevin, like when he came to me, said he wrote a part for me because it was pretty much based on stuff that he's heard me say over the years. I mean, some of the story thing, like the Berserker and the Russian, the cousin and all that, is his stuff, but a lot of the stuff that I say are things that I had said throughout our friendship and he thought I was funny, and he was wondering if other people would find me funny, or I was just really obnoxious, and people would think that. And you know, I got both. I guess people think I'm obnoxious, and I guess somewhat funny. So, but yeah, but I didn't ad-lib that one because I was so nervous that I stuck to the script. I wasn't relaxed enough to try to add my own stuff. Like I stuck right to the script, and I had to get drunk every time. Like seriously, I was like really, really nervous when we got on camera. Like and there was only a few people, and that's why when we did Mallrats, I had to audition because they were nervous that I'd be like that on Mallrats, and Mallrats, you know, is a studio film, so I couldn't be like, yo, you know, I gotta drink because they insure you and you can't drink, or you know. So yeah, so they were nervous about it, so they made me, you know, the producers were there from Universal when I did my first 2 scenes, and they wanted to make sure that I didn't freeze up, and I didn't, and I got the movie, and then here I am right now with you.
Wow, it's been quite a journey.
It has.
Now, when they weren't sure about you playing, you know, Jay, were they throwing like names around or anything? Were they like, we want Seth Green to play?
Well, they had auditions, and there was like Breckin Myers and Seth Green, and I think maybe Kevin Connolly, you know, from Entourage.
Yeah.
I think he was part of it, but yeah, there was a bunch of people who came and auditioned for Jay. And I know that Seth Green got the closest. Like if I froze when they were there, their first couple scenes, and I had to leave, they were gonna hire Seth Green.
That's so weird. Like,
Wouldn't it
just
be weird
imagine
if Seth Green like snitched to the knee? It would be interesting. He'd be up here right now with you, maybe.
I know.
Possibly. And he might have never done Robot Chicken. Just think about that.
Man, all those like midnight time slots on.
Those are the.
So I guess at this point, maybe I should open it up to the audience, if that's okay with you.
I'm okay with that. I like that.
Is that okay? Okay, so who's got a question? Right over there, the redhead.
Will you say Jason has a large penis? Hi.
Jason has a large penis. What I'd like to know is, why did you cut your hair?
I cut my hair in 03, 02 was it? I cut it right after after we did Jay and Bob, I think it was, I got really bad on the drugs and stuff, and I had a warrant out, and I went from LA to Jersey and turned myself in, because it was right around Jersey Girl. I was supposed to be in Jersey Girl. I was supposed to be Jason Biggs' part. That part that Jason Biggs. Kevin had written that for me. But I had a warrant out, and because they were shooting it in the East Coast, he was worried about me getting arrested and then messing up the film. But, so I was like, fuck, you know, what am I gonna do? I have to take care of this, or it's interfering with work and, you know, other things. But anyway, so I turned myself in, and I got sentenced to this rehab by the judge. That was like this really hardcore rehab in Jersey that they make you cut your hair. Like, you have to cut your hair, you have to shave every day, you have to take your earrings out. So like, I used to have my earring up here and other places. So yeah, they make you take it off, and I don't know, it was a pretty strict rehab. So that I had to cut it, and then I cut it up, I could have it up to my shoulders. So I had it up to my shoulders, and then when I got out, I started letting it grow a little bit. And then when we did Clerks 2, that's sort of where it got. But at that point, and then right after that, I did Tripper and something else, I can't remember. But they were like, hey, look, will you trim your hair up higher so it's something different? And I was like, sure, because at that point, Kevin said we probably weren't going to do any more Jay and Bobs, and I wanted to try to get other roles. And I figured if I had my hair shorter, then I could have more, you know, opportunities, because, you know, I don't see me getting hired as a doctor with long hair. Not that I'm going to play a doctor, but, you know, who knows? I'm just trying to give you the easiest example possible. So So anyway, that's sort of why. Now I'm starting to let it grow. I'm not gonna let it grow long, but I'm just letting it get to where it is for now and see what happens. Right?
Okay.
Fuck you all. Anyway, I'm just kidding. So yeah, that's what happened. What's up, bro?
Hey, man. I've been watching film since I was like 9 years old, which is probably a bad move on my mom's part. But
Yeah, I know my sister lets my nephew watch him, and he's 9, and he knows. Well, no, he just turned 9, but since he's been like 8, he knows all the fuck song. It's pretty funny. I think that it might be. There was some behind the scenes on Clerks 2, and my nephew was singing the fuck song. So anyway, but yeah. So
the biggest worry was that I was gonna like stink palm my teacher or something.
It's
But
not so bad. Yeah, fuck it.
anyway, I was curious. I was curious, like, what went into like with Zach and Miri, like. Were you told, hey, you're gonna have to get stark ass naked? You're like, awesome, or like, what were you getting worried? Like, were you worried with the nudity, and were you super excited with the whole Katie Morgan part of it, or did you like not even know of her existence?
Did I not? The Katie Morgan thing, I wasn't really excited about it. The sex stuff in movies, I don't know. It's so to me, it's just like action, and you go and do your thing. It doesn't really get exciting. I think I got a little excited. On one movie doing stuff, but that was because I was on between their legs and my boxers, and we were like grinding for so long that physically I just started getting a little excited. But no, serious, it's so like, and you kiss, and then you're like, so anyway, I don't know, it just doesn't get you exciting, no matter how attractive the person. So the whole Katie thing, I wasn't really weird about, plus because she was so comfortable with it, like, I don't know, she made it really easy and comfortable with that. And the nudity at the end, I didn't even know about it because at first I just assumed it would be like a gag with, like I'd walk out and his hand would be like covering the way, or a table with a fucking pineapple or something like that. Like I really thought, I was like, Kev, how was the gag like the day before or 2 days before? I was like, what are we gonna do? What kind of gag are we gonna use or whatever? And he's like, you know what, I've been thinking about it and I think you should come out naked. And I was like, I don't know. Because my nephew watches it, and my niece, and my sister, and my family, and my wife's friends and family, and I figured she'd get badgered. They'd be like, oh my gosh, you fuck him with that little cock. So I was trying to watch out more for everyone else. I didn't care so much, but I was like, fuck all these people, like family and stuff. But anyway, we talked about it, and I said, if we can do one where I walk out covering it, and then another one, and if it works and it's sort of seems like it fits that I'm naked and I walk out naked, then I'll do it. But otherwise, it's doing where I cover up. And when you're cutting it together, then I'm gonna use one or the other depending on if it works. So, but I think it's so quick, it sort of works, and it's like, wow, really? There's little half a heart on going there, swinging like this. So anyway, but the whole ass idea was mine when Kevin wanted me to walk up to the refrigerator and drink the orange juice. So then when homeboy looks around, I'm just naked. But right when they said, okay, look around now to Seth, I purposely dropped the orange cap and was like, so my fucking ball bag would hang loose. And they laughed about it, and then he said, wait, we gotta do it again, and let's light the refrigerator up so the light will shine through. So that was pretty funny, but anyway, I thought it was funny. Right? Because there's nothing like a bottom with a yam bag from the back. Don't you love that, bro?
I've heard, I've heard of a lot of different ad-libbing scenarios, but that one, man, that's the best.
That's some physical ad-lib.
Yeah, right there, physical comedy.